Rovers rumour mill continues to bubble with a South Korean name hot on the list. And it ain't Full King No One, it's somebody else, a real player. We're going to get into it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another transfer video today. Another player linked to join Blackburn Rovers, this time in the heart of midfield. Who am I talking about? We'll get into it, all of it, in a second, of course. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, you know who you are. And again, if you're new, smash your subscribe, boys. Your one-stop shop for Rovers is right here under one Rooski. It looks like John Eustace could be dipping his hand back into the St Andrews pool of players. That's right, as Rovers are linked with a current Birmingham City player. Who is it? We'll get into it, all of it, in a second, of course. Big shout out again to the VIPs. And again, smash your subscribe, smash like 50 likes if you can. Now, before we jump into the video, I want to showcase something brand new to the channel. What is it? Well, it's the join button, folks. Yep, we have gone there. Now, this, of course, provides an alternative way that you can support the channel besides your viewerships, besides, of course, liking the videos, and, of course, besides subscribing to the channel. It does, of course, cost you, I think, $2.99 to support the channel in an alternative way. It does give us the possibilities to expand the channel, whether it is via equipment, whether it's via graphics, or some other way, shape or form. It is in its infancy. We are going to look to expand the features of memberships, but I want to highlight that is now available, and of course completely up to you. If you feel like doing it, make sure you smash it, get involved, and I'll reach out to you afterwards. But until then, let's get back to the video. All right then, folks, let's take a look at the player that is currently linked with the Blackburn Rovers. It is Paik Seung-ho, of course, currently on the books of Birmingham City as a player that was brought to the club under John Eustace's era, and he has actually been capped 17 times by South Korea at the moment. Of course, Birmingham City going through a bit of a revolution right now. They are, of course, in League One, but what's, of course, in store for the player, and how would he fit to, of course, Blackburn Rovers this coming season? Well, let's take a look at it then, shall we? Of course, him in all its glory. There he is. Of course, and of course, let's take a closer look at him. He is 27 years of age, which would instantly propel him up to the highest ranks of one of the aging players of this club. We are a young team, but he would fit the mould nicely. He's a 182 centimetres tall, and of course plays in the centre mid for South Korea and Birmingham City. His contract does expire, though, at June 2026. These are the positions he can play. As you can see, pretty much box-to-box midfielder, if you like. Can play in the heart of a defensive midfield slot. And also more further up the field if he so chooses. Quick look at his attributes there. As you can see, 55 for creativity, 51 for attacking. Technique is 55, defending 49, and tackling is 43. Now, those are out of 100. Let's take a look there at him then. He played just 18 times for Birmingham City last season. 1 goal, 1 yellow card. He was in the starting 11 83% of the time. 81% of the minutes with a 6% goal participation. He's not there for his goal efforts. He's there to breaking it up a bit. And as you can see, he, of course, preferred to be down the centre with occasion, on very limited occasion, playing out left. He got his one and only goal as an attacking midfielder. But like I said, he is more attuned to playing in defensive quarters here. So here is his heat map for the season. As you can see, yep, preferring to be down this the middle third for Rovers, but definitely in a defensive midfield slot. When going forward, he does prefer to be down the right-hand side, despite the fact that he played left midfielder on one occasion. So he does linger towards the right when moving forward. But let's take a look at his numbers then. He is, of course, an established, experienced pro, playing football all over the bloody place. Look at this. He's been in La Liga. He's been in the Bundesliga. He's been over in Korea as well. Where else has he played this football? Of course, and the Championship over the years. Not too sure where this league is, but maybe we'll take a closer look at him right here. Here it is. There's his pedigree. Barcelona youth prospect, got through the academy there. Went to Girona as well. Birmingham, Darmstadt, of course, with the Bundesliga, the Zweite Bundesliga, should we say? Paralda, that must be in Spain, surely. And G-Book Hyundai, of course. I know how to pronounce that bad boy from my experience dabbling with the South Korea leagues during COVID. That's right. This is, of course, his resume internationally. He's represented South Korea in all kinds of shapes and sizes, from the under-14s all the way through to the senior squad, even playing for them during the Olympics. Got quite a few goals as well. Goal return is much higher for his international exploits than it is for his club level. Let's take a look then at Adam, as valuation has been steady around about £1 million. And I've seen people, especially on the Birmingham City sort of realm, giving funny numbers of like £5, £6, £7 million for the guy. But Transfermarkt are pretty much on the money in regards to the valuation, and at $1 million ain't too shabby, and that is the kind of money I think we'll be looking at, that kind of value player. Now, I am going to compare him to, of course, our current rock in the heart of midfield, and that is Sondre Tronstad. Compare how these two guys are very similar, but also yet so different. So let's have a look at them under the spotlight. Of course, he is a little bit younger, maybe a year or so younger than Sondre Tronstad. Of course, a little bit taller as well. We've got no confirmation of what foot he plays with, but I'm going to lean towards the right-footed amongst them. So he is contracted to June 2026. And again, they both play in that sort of box-to-box midfield slot, kind of, to be fair. Central midfield, that's what we're looking for. But more often than not, defensive midfield is where their bread and butter is at. You've got some experience of winning stuff, which is great for us because we need that mentality within the team. Let's take a little look then, shall we? Of course, the valuations of the two players. Sondre is currently valued around about $2 million. He's had a good first season for Rovers, despite our struggles. As for, of course, this fella, been at Birmingham for a little short stint and not the greatest season either. But a lot of players can be held to blame for their failures last season, but maybe a lot of that responsibility should be resting on the shoulders of the owners with their bad decision-making at the managerial level, getting rid of Eustace, hiring Wayne Rooney, and of course, just everything going wrong with them all over the place. Let's take a look then at, of course, their numbers. Now, they do have similar-ish kind of numbers in regards to playing time, and as you can see, with the experience, they've got similar kind of experience playing at all sorts of levels and countries and stuff like that. So it's very comparable there. As you can see from the goal return, though, it is 609 minutes. No, 979 minutes per goal across the board for Seung-ho Paik. As for Sondre, we're talking about more than 1,500 minutes per goal at that moment. So again, they're not here for the goal scoring exports. It's how they deal with the defensive duties, making things work. Kind of the not the assist sort of thing, but sort of breaking up the play from the opposition, or maybe creating that final pass to, of course, the other level. Quick look at the international realms. Both represented their country at all kinds of levels, and over the years, Sondre just the one cap so far for Norway, but I am expecting that to change next season if we are to have a successful time. Here he is again. It's Noel. What do we expect from Noel then? Well, again, this deal is very much, let's go to my face because I'm sick of seeing him in a minute. But I'm excited about this. I'm not sure how much legs is in this. I'm not sure how much money we're talking about this. If we are leaning towards what's been said online via the Birmingham City Massive, then we can't afford this deal. But if we are going to go along the lines of Transfermarkt with around about $1 million, 1.5 million, then I think there's room to move and room to breathe here. Eustace knows this guy from his time back at Birmingham City himself, back at St Andrews. They recruited him. They hunted him out. They know the stats, and he has his experience with him at the club. He's not a headline maker, but what I've noticed from, now I don't want to be stereotypical here, but the Japanese fellas, the South Korean fellas, they give it everything, 100%. I've seen it from the lad at Coventry. There's the other fella at Birmingham from Japan. They just seem to give everything. They play for the badge. They sweat it out. No guns blazing. None of this, blasé stuff. It's no nonsense, and I do appreciate that in a player. And I think he would be a lovely fit for this team. However, my only negative is him and Sondre are very similar in regards to where they play on the pitch. And I think only realistically you can play one at a time. But competition improves everybody in my eyes. I think if we have two Sondre Tronstads, that does wonders. However, and again, we've got another name to fit in that sort of quota. Lewis Travis is coming back. So we're looking at then 3 names competing for 1 spot or 2 spots, depending on how we're going to play football next season. Are we going to have 2 defensive midfielders, or are we going to have 1? I know the purists among us, the Blackburn Rovers fans who want to see exciting football, will probably say just the 1 would do. But we don't know. We might have to play it cautiously, or just have the ability to play it cautiously. Regardless, he has also an extra string in his bow. He can play further up the field as well. Maybe more of a Buckley than a Tronstad. Anyway, back to you, Noel. I'm going to be all about this one. I'd love to say a deal on this one if the numbers are right. So for me, I'm excited about this. Hope it happens. Will it happen? Who bloody knows? But until then, subscribe, smash the like. We'll catch you later for the next one, whenever that is. But until then, we're done.